A rainy night in Amherst, but we're getting ready for indoor, nice and dry boys basketball just a few minutes away from the start of the boys basketball season for the Amherst Falcons against Wild Rose. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Conley. Our game tips off in about 5 minutes. This is an interesting matchup because it's the first game of the season for Amherst, and Wild Rose has already played a game, and I think that's a significant difference. Look, Amherst is the deeper team, and they're also more experienced. Wild Rose has only 9 players suited up, so it's not going to be a deep bench for the Wildcats tonight, and they have only 2 seniors and 4 freshmen who are up with the varsity, and that really does matter. But you think of all the things that have to happen on a first night of the season. It's the first time you're playing in front of a live crowd. It's the first time you really get to take the measure of your team because you only think you know what you have until you're in real competition. It's your first time against live defense. It's the first time that you have to get all of those things going. And Wild Rose is already over that hump. They played their first game of the year last week. And for Amherst, all of that has to fall right tonight. Now, as for that season opener for Wild Rose, they played a very small school. They played Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. I mean, they've got an enrollment of less than 100. So, I mean, that's a lower level of competition than what Wild Rose is going to be seeing tonight. I would think that Amherst is the favorite, but again, we'll find that out as the game gets underway in just a couple of minutes. Going to have a nice crowd here tonight. This is also Parents' Night, and nice to see that there are a huge number of kids in the Amherst basketball program. We had the JV game on this court, which Amherst won 61-26 before we came on the air. They also had another game going in the auxiliary gym, and all of those players and parents were introduced just before we came on air. And the players and parents, there were more than enough of them to fill up the baseline and then turn the corner and go mostly up to the sideline, almost to the scorer's table. So that's a lot of kids in the program. It's also a busy Tuesday night around our Zaleski Sports channels. Got a lot of other boys basketball openers. Wapaka is at home. They're hosting Fox Valley Lutheran. Marshfield has their home opener. They're playing Appleton East. Stratford is hosting Greenwood. Pacelli is taking on WIAA Fremont. And Marathon is at home against Auburndale. The D.C. Everest boys, splitting their openers at the Oshkosh North Tournament, are way on the road over in Eau Claire at Eau Claire Memorial. I understand that Jason Zaleski may be going dashing through the snow once that one is over tonight. Got a girls basketball game, too, on one of our Zaleski channels. Columbus Catholic is hosting Neilsville. And hockey, too. Northland Pines, opening their season with a loss to D.C. Everest, takes on the Pacelli Co-op. Many of those games are already underway. We're getting started a little late because the JV game took a little bit longer, and because we had all of our Parents' Night introductions. But we will be underway shortly. Game coverage is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Get crazy low pricing on toys at Fleet Farm. Going on right now, 50% on many toys, including top toy brands Barbie, Melissa and Doug, Lego, and Nerf. Everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. Starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening tip for a new season for the Amherst Falcons boys basketball team. When we come back on Zaleski Sports after these messages.
Blanker Construction, the focus is on building something great. Find a personable experience that understands your needs, followed by a customized interior and exterior design. Our project managers, carpenters, and designers on site are hard at work with only one goal in mind: building you the home of your dreams. When you're ready to build your new forever home, look to Blanker Construction, your custom home builder serving all of central Wisconsin. Find your inspiration online at blankerco.com or stop in on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Build something great with Blanker Construction.
We'll meet the starting lineups in just a moment. First, the crowd at Amherst High School comes to its feet for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Amherst High School and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators, and all education-based in scholastic defense. We request your cooperation in supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Now, those who are able, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by Callie Conkle and Briley Eschenbach.
Very nice job by our student vocalists. I understand here at Amherst High School that there are several students capable of giving us the Star-Spangled Banner before game. Wild Rose shows up in the purple road uniforms with the yellow trim and numerals. We'll meet their starting lineup. There's Ethan Tratz, he's a junior. Jackson Zacharias, junior. There's the senior, Austin Erickson. Brett Wilbert, also a member of the class of 2023. And there's their big kid, Jaden King. Amherst wears the home white with blue trim and blue numerals. And here's the Falcons starting lineup. Tyler Soulsby, he's Soulsby the older, a senior.
Number 3,
Ethan Zillich, senior.
6'2" senior.
Junior, Weston Allen.
At guard, 5'11" senior. Number 11, Matthew.
There's Matt Gladowski.
At guard, 6' junior. Number 24, Spencer Cohen.
And Spencer Cohen. 3 seniors, 2 juniors for the home Falcons as they get their season underway. Basketball tonight brought to you by Bootleggers in Amherst Junction. Your perfect combination, great food, great atmosphere. Browse through a wide selection of food and enjoy the best pizza around at Bootleggers, Amherst Junction. It's what's for dinner, capiche? Meet at the center circle. Aiden Jastrowski to jump center against Austin Erickson. Balls in the air. Lads, light this candle. Season underway. Wildcats control the opening tap. Amherst shows man-to-man defense to open. Chris Conley just underway, a little late for Tuesday night basketball. Which means our game will get all the extra viewership when the earlier games are done. Penetration inside and now out along the baseline. 10-footer good for Ethan Tratz. Wild Rose opens the scoring. Wildcats show zone. Let's see if Amherst can find the seam, work around the perimeter. Soulsby had it for a moment, gets it back. Amherst on this opening possession looks a little unsure about where the offense is coming from. Got an entry pass, doubled up, have to go back out. Reset against the 2-3. Along the baseline, double teamed, extra pass, and missing at the rim is Zillich. Rebound to the Wildcats. Wildcats zone defense was solid there on that opening set. Boy, early in the season, you just love to work against a man-to-man defense. Sometimes the zone is a stumper. Kind of looked like it was on Amherst's first possession. 3 ball from the far side. Good. Austin Erickson, 5-0. You know, one of the ways to beat the zone is to hustle the ball up court in transition before it gets a chance to get set up. 3 ball there, fading backwards, no good. It's a one-and-done trip. Jamstrowski with a miss, and that ball was tied up on the rebound, and the arrow points to Amherst. They'll inbound underneath. 2 minutes in, Wild Rose 5, Amherst nothing. To the baseline, open for a moment and not popping there was Zilich. Brings it down, and they'll reset. They'll run offense here. Thinking about that long 3 with Soulsby, and threw it into the backcourt. There's a turnover. So far, it almost looks like it's an opening game of the season for Amherst. Little uncertain against the zone. Early turnover on a bad pass. Still, you think it's super early. You get these things straightened out, and then the ship should go just fine. Over the top, inside to traffic, up, no good. Contested at the rim, Jaden King got a loose ball foul. And it's on Wild Rose fighting for the rebound. Jackson Zacharias. So Amherst walks it up, and the 2-3 awaits. Jamstrowski. Over to Spencer Cohen. Now over to the wing, Gladowski. So everyone's gotten a touch on this Amherst team, looking to split the defenders in the lane, kicks out. Wow, the 3 was open for a moment, no pop. Bring it back down, Soulsby. Baseline looking to dribble in, Cohen. And now back out. Some of these 3s are open, and Amherst a little gun shy in the early going. Soulsby off the back rim, no good. Ball is loose, though, and Amherst gets it back. Again, push the ball up before the zone can get there, but a cross-court pass, and the teams trade turnovers to the rim, and scoring is Ethan Tratz. I don't know, does Amherst want an early timeout? Down 7-0, 3 minutes in? No, they'll play through it. I think if Amherst falls further behind early, a timeout might be in order. Along the baseline, bad pass, turned over. Wild Rose pulls this back out. Yeah, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, one of these teams has a game under its belt and one of them doesn't. And it sure looks that way here. That was out of bounds off the Amherst player, last touch by Spencer Cohen. Wild Rose will get it. Two buckets and a 3, 7-0. In traffic, ball's loose. Wild Rose gets it back. They've been faster to the loose balls, too. Driving into traffic, bailout foul. Tratz will get 2. Tried to split defenders. There was contact there, but that shot had very little chance of going in. Instead, you get rewarded by going to the rim. Ethan Zilich is called for the foul. Tratz, who already has 4 points, gets 2 free throws. Front rim's the first one. Basketball tonight brought to you by Par 4. Immerse yourself in an authentic dining bistro at Par 4 Bistro in Wapaka. Sandwiches, soups, brick oven pizzas, kid options, award-winning chef's signature local favorites, and Wednesday's trivia night, 7 p.m., free to play. Both free throws are misses. For a night out, a family meal, or just dinner for 2, come to Par 4 Bistro, Highway 54, Wapaka. If I was playing, it would be Par 14. In the seam, pulls up in the paint, goes back out. All the shots from Amherst have been from the outside so far. That zone collapses and creates a lot of traffic every time they try and go in. Entry pass down low. Cohen goes back out. Along the baseline, 3 from the baseline. I think he stepped out of bounds. 3-second violation. Jake Derazinski in, Ethan Zilich out. So Amherst is 4.5 minutes into this game No points. Over the top, at the rim, and in for Jaden King. Sophomore, but King's the biggest kid that Wild Rose has, 6'3". Along the baseline, any room there, almost out of bounds. Extra pass, a lot of traffic, foul, and a basket. And that gets him off the schneid. Aiden Jastromski scores. He'll get one more to try and complete the three-point play. Foul is on Jaden King, who scored down at the other end. Free throw, good. 9-3. Playing this man-to-man a little bit tighter. In fact, I wonder if Amherst is looking to trap if the ball goes in the corner. No, it's straight up man along the baseline, up and in. Ethan Tratz, who has 6 now. 12:45 to play first half, 11-3. Just my observation here, to get this zone shifting more, the ball movement has to be faster. Crisper, faster passes. Dribbling off his foot in traffic, turned over. Jastromski. It's a 4th turnover now for Amherst. Again, the sign of a first game of the season. Tried to go over the top to the big guy, tough angle, missing at the rim. Ball's loose, comes away with it. Falcon, Spencer Cohen, secures on the King miss, and this is a block. That's the right call. Block on Austin Erickson. Even though Erickson was plowed into, his feet were not set there. Team's 3rd foul. Subs in. Trevor Ehrenberg is in, and Wyatt Blaskowski. Amherst inbounds underneath their own bucket to the corner. Threes open, baseline, good! Tyler Soulsby, 11-6. So Amherst gets the traditional 3 and then hits the 3 from behind the arc and is on a small 6-2 run. And a turnover. To the rim, a foul, and it's good. That's a bad foul, too. Gladowski scores, and if you're the defensive player and you commit that foul, you've got to make sure that you tie him up and that he doesn't get the ball in the hole. He did there. It's a 2nd foul on Jackson Zacharias. And just like that, the Falcons have overcome this slow start. Gladowski left it short, tipped around, rebound to Jaden King. 11-8. Just like that, down to a 1-possession game, driving into the rim, contact, good, no foul. So Tratz looks like the Wild Rose stud. He's got 8. 3 ball here and an answer. Soulsby is hit back-to-back threes. 13-11. So Wild Rose's 2 to Amherst 3 makes it a 2-point game. That's blocked underneath. Blaskowski rejects that. Quickly into the front court. Come on, boys, before the zone gets set up. 3 ball here for a lead change. Bingo! Tyler Soulsby has hit 1, 2, 3 threes in a row. The Falcons have dug themselves all the way out of an early hole and take a 14-13 lead. 11 minutes to go in the first half. We're back after this break on Zaleski Sports.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
I'm Chris Conley back at Amherst. So the Falcons were down 9-2 early. Soulsby hits 1, 2, 3 threes in a row, and the deficit disappears. Amherst has a 14-13 lead. Let's see how Wild Rose responds to this momentum change. Middle stages, first half, just under 11 minutes. Go back to their big man, King, dribbles once and scores. King's got a size advantage. See if Wild Rose looks to exploit that as the night goes on. Guarding Soulsby a little bit closer. Trying to feed the hot hand, and why not? Logan Erdman is the new defender in for Wild Rose, and he's in that part of the zone that's got to defend Soulsby. In traffic, too strong. Derzinski got a rebound, second chance. Baseline three, good! That's 4 threes in a row, this time from Gladowski, who has 5 now, 17-15. That was almost a double dribble. I think Ethan Tratz, high scorer so far, got away with one. Back out to Tratz, fakes the 3. Looks to drive in. It's going to be a non-shooting foul. It'll be against the Falcons. Tratz was leaning in, but the defensive player wasn't set. His feet were moving. Jared Alfith will come in. It's Gladowski's first foul, team second. Common foul, so they'll inbound underneath. Wild Rose has the big man King roaming underneath if they can get the ball to him. And Blaskowski is on him. Over the top, height advantage, pass is too tall. Second turnover for Wild Rose, but they're back on defense. This will be a half-court set. Trying to set up the screen there for Soulsby. Didn't quite have enough separation. And Amherst very comfortable on the outside. 3 ball here, it's a step back, and it's no good. Tipped back out, kept alive by Alfith. Player was bumped, late foul, but that's the right call. The whistle came after the ball had already been shot by Ehrenberg, but it wasn't a clean release. He was hit, and he gets 2 free throws. Ethan Trans called for his first, 5 on the team. And the senior Trevin Ehrenberg will shoot 2 free throws, first of which is good. We're sponsored tonight by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a farmer-owned cooperative with a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Loans, leases, crop insurance, tax records, and paperwork, we have you covered. Ag Country, Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. 18-15 to King, down low, contested, he misses, tapped out to Derzinski. Pass ahead, good! Trevor Ehrenberg. 20-15. Looking to answer at the other end, whistle foul on the drive, and Ethan Trans will go to the free throw line.
Fouls on number 32, Trevor Ehrenberg, his first.
Trevor Ehrenberg called for his first foul. It's the team's third, and 2 coming for Ethan Trans, who missed 2 at the foul line earlier. He's got 1 here.
And back into the Falcons, Ethan Jastrzemski, Ethan Zilich, and Matthew.
1, 2, 3 new players come in. Ethan Zilich comes back in. Tyler Soulsby, who was the marksman from behind the three-point arc, is going to get a quick break on the bench. Trans gets both of his free throws. He's the first player to double digits in what's now a 20-17 game. 8.5 to go in the first half. Alford bounces this over. Ehrenberg looking to drive in against the zone. Move in the lane. Fancy at the rim. Missed everything. Tried that underhand scooping shot, and Jamstromski came up empty. Second chance, no good. 2 looks, no basket. Wow, trying to dribble through traffic there. Bad choice by Brett Wilbert. Lucky to get it back. Lucky a walk's not called there, and a miss at the rim for Ethan Trans. Pass ahead, basket down at the other end. Aiden Jamstrowski. 22-17. Wild Rose early, but Amherst late. It almost turned over. That'll stay with Wild Rose. Not sure about that. I thought the Wildcat player may have followed that out of bounds. Some of the kids in the Amherst student section saw it the way I did. Amherst is going to contest this inbounds pass. So let's see if Wild Rose can get it in, and they do. To Brett Wilbert. Over to Logan Erdman. Double team in the corner, picked up his dribble, may need a timeout, turned over. Yeah, you needed the timeout there. Coming back and partially blocked, unable to follow the rebound. Jamstrowski probably should have held up there. Have a loose ball foul called against the Falcons.
Fouls on number 10, Aiken Jamstrowski, his first.
Jamstrowski was the one who forced it at the rim and then commits that frustration foul. It's his first, team's fourth. 7.5 to go until intermission. It's been an entertaining game. Good vibe here, nice crowd. Turned over. Trying to beat the defense down is Zilic, who scores. Points off the turnover. Biggest lead for Amherst, up by 7 at the 7-minute mark. Three ball, Wild Rose needs it, and it's good. Logan Erdman, sophomore. Only Wild Rose's second three of the half. Three ball, do they have an answer? Have an air ball. So Jamstrowski's last couple of trips up the floor have been a little bit adventurous. Forces it and misses at the rim, commits the frustration loose ball foul, and then doesn't hit anything from three-point range. Tyler Soulsby, who has 3 threes, comes back in. Loose turned over in the corner. Zilic with the turnover, flings it ahead to Soulsby. Soulsby backs it back out. Smart to reset against the 2-3 zone. We've seen no man-to-man from Wild Rose so far. Soulsby's got it, dribbles a couple of times. To the wing, Zilic splits defenders, drives to the rim, misses at the rack. Rebound to the tall kid, Jaden King. Wild Rose can get this down to a one-possession game if they can score on this possession. Trans, who's the high scorer with 10, but's been cold lately. No look, off the backboard. Too fancy by half at a turnover. Jamstrowski secures it. Both teams have now turned the ball over 4 times. Soulsby, cross-court pass. Cohen gathers it in, dribbles in. The zone's a little soft there, and a friendly roll for Spencer Cohen. First points of the season for the junior, 26-20. 5.5 to play in the first half. Player not looking, lucky it wasn't turned over. Gathered in by Trans, and he misses from the outside. One and done, Spencer Cohen. Cohen splits defenders, tries to reverse, misses. Offensive rebound, back out. 3 ball, no good. Soulsby thought he had it, was taking a step backwards like he thought it was good, and Wild Rose will take a timeout. 5:01 to play in the first half, 26-20 Falcons. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports. Back after this break.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Crowd's being told here that at halftime they'll do the dash for cash. They spend 1 minute going through the crowd trying to get donations, just loose change, small bills for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. One of the great traditions at small high school basketball all across Wisconsin. My name's Chris Conley, glad to be filling in on the Zaleski Sports coverage tonight. Amherst and Wild Rose. Wild Rose has the ball, trying to dig out of a 6-point deficit. Both teams have had 7-point leads, no bigger than that. Wild Rose was off to a 9-2 start, so a slow start for the Falcons. Falcons were up by 7 in the middle stages of the first half. It's a game that sure feels like it's going to be decided after halftime. We like it that way. Bad pass, turned over. Nobody back, breakaway, layup. Matt Gladowski now has 7. One of the things that's led Amherst back into the game, back-to-back turnovers, is that Wild Rose has not been careful with the basketball. Thinking about that spot up 3, but the feet weren't set, so good to pull it back down. Extra pass down at the feet of Spencer Cohen and out of bounds. It's off Wild Rose, off Jaden King. So we just said that 7 was the biggest lead. Well, now it's 8, 28-20. While open for the 3 and not popping was Aiden Jamstrowski. Instead, he pulls it down, and Amherst will run offense. 4.5 to go in the half. Now that Amherst has kind of righted the ship after that slow start, they can be patient and be more deliberate in their offense. Foul line extended, back out. That's a good 3 to pass up on as the pass was down at the player's feet. You pop that 3 if everything's perfect. Driving to the rim, feed for Tyler Soulsby, who now leads all scorers with 11. And it's the first double-digit lead of the night. Amherst is looking to trap on defense, so Wild Rose has to recognize that, keep the ball out of the corners here. Pass down low, Wild Rose needed that. Austin Erickson. 3.5. Turnover. Trying to beat the defense down, got a foul. This is going to be before the shot, on the floor. Spencer Cohen. Both teams have 5 team fouls, so not to the bonus yet either way. Jamstrowski comes out. Blaskowski comes in. Turned over and taken right back. Unable to secure it was Soulsby. In the corner, loose. Wild Rose keeps it baseline. Long 2. Tough shot. Good. Jackson Zacharias, 2 fouls, and they're his first 2 points of the year. 6-point game. And that's a bad pass and turned over.
Checking in for the Falcons, number 1,
Jake Derazinski comes in. Ethan Zilich comes out for the Falcons. Now under 3 minutes to play until halftime. For our Zaleski Sports viewers, Coach on a Couch, our halftime feature at intermission. Long 3 line drive. That didn't look good coming right off the hands. Goes out of bounds. Short bench for Wild Rose. They suit up only 9 players. That could show as we get to the later stages tonight. Wild Rose looks like they may want to trap out of this 2-3 zone. Picked up the dribble and traveled. Yeah. Saw that up here from the top of the home bleachers. Along the baseline, Wilbert is cut off, back out for a 3, no good. Wow, it looked like King was over the back, no whistle. Comes away the other end, breakaway and scoring. Tyler Soulsby, 13 in the first half, and the lead's back up to 8. I thought the big kid, Jaden King, was going to pick up his second foul, battling for the rebound, which he didn't get anyway. 3 ball, far side, round and out. A miss for Brett Wilbert, and it's a one-and-done trip. Amherst has been doing well on the defensive boards. Not a lot of second looks for Wild Rose. 3 ball, good! Soulsby hits his 4th 3 of the half. Stretches this out to an 11-point lead with 90 seconds to go until halftime. You'd like to get this down to single digits again if you're Wild Rose. To King in traffic, almost turned over. Driving in, ball's loose, no call there, and turned over. Tratz almost didn't go after that like he thought a foul was going to be called. I thought that was actually a good no call. The ball goes out of bounds. Trevor Ehrenberg comes in. 7 players are in the scoring column for Amherst. That's a nice balanced attack as they've steadily built this lead. We'll go under a minute in the first half on this possession. Entry pass into traffic, back out. Foul line extended and now to the wing. Come out and reset. With an 11-point lead and time running down till halftime, you can dictate terms. Run your offense, a lot of time to do it. Amherst will take a timeout to discuss how they'd like to spend the final 46 seconds. We'll take a break too. Falcons by 11. This is Zaleski Sports.
Our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Store Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
Not a bad timeout here for Amherst because you get to set up your final play. And if you can convert this into points, you'll have the biggest lead of the game going into the halftime locker room. Soulsby will inbound into the backcourt to Spencer Cohen. Clock's moving, counting down from 43 seconds. This is indeed a last shot scenario for the half. Amherst will keep it outside, and Wild Rose not willing to come out of their zone to contest. 30 seconds. Probably bring it down to 8 or 9 before it's go time. Cohen dribbles. Now they'll run a play at 20 seconds. All the way back out to Soulsby. Soulsby's had the hot hand from behind the arc, so you'll watch him as the clock winds down. 10 seconds. Split defenders in the lane and off the hands of Spencer Cohen. Tried to split the 2 defenders and turned it over with 5 seconds left. So it is Wild Rose will have a chance to get down the floor. Late substitution, Zilich and Gladowski come back in. Clock winds down. This will count if it goes. No, they made an extra pass and the shot would not count. At halftime, it is Amherst by 11, 35-24. Behind what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points for Tyler Soulsby in the first half. That is a nice first half for the Falcon senior. Coach on a couch when we come right back. Halftime 35-24 as Amherst leads Wild Rose on Zaleski Sports.
Today's Coach on the Couch is sponsored by Fleet Farm. Sign up and save today with Fleet Rewards. We're just days away from the opening game of the Amherst Falcons boys basketball season, and it's time for our Coach on the Couch here for the winter of 2022. My name is Mike Wendland here with Coach Phil Jago. And Coach, first of all, welcome back to the program. It's good to see you around again. And unlike most teams, you guys have a lot of players coming back, I guess. What have you seen so far, the early practices from this team that help you get back over the top in a wide open CWC East?
I think we're deep 1 through 12. You know, we're going to carry 12 guys on our varsity this year, and the slippery slope of my job is keeping 12 guys satisfied and happy. Practice has been fiercely competitive, and I think we've talked about, you know, if you're number 12 on our roster that day, to push to be 11, then push to be 10, and just keep pushing from the bottom. We talk iron sharpens iron, and I know it sounds cliche, but that's, you know, our goal is to just get better every day, and then everything else will sort itself out. So.
And a lot of those guys have played a lot of basketball in this program over the past few years. How much is that going to help having that experience, and having some experience with you as well, to help get this team back going?
We've had, you know, when you look at Matthew, Tyler, and Aiden Jastrzomski, those guys have been varsity players since they were freshmen. And to see the transformation of them go from boys to young men, there's no, like, yesterday in our scrimmage, there's so many times where we would just meet the ball with our chest, and in years past, those would just be, you know, a 100-pound kid and Tyler Soulsby just getting bullied over. So not only the experience, but the physical maturity and them developing into their bodies, it's it's fun to watch them compete and go after each other each day.
And you talk about those three players specifically. They're all also very good outside shooters. And with a team that didn't have a lot of size last year, how are you going to try and balance that as well this year? Are you going to try and play more of an outside game, or are you going to try and do more inside out?
We've talked about, yesterday we came out in our scrimmage and it was very not very fulfilling when you start the game 0 for 12 from 3. We talked about our shot selection and what are good shots, what are great shots, when do we want to shoot the 3. When we've touched it side, top, side, we're both sides of the floor, gotten a paint touch and a kick out, those are great shots for, there may be 8 guys on our team that's a great shot for. We don't want to live by the 3 and die by the 3. I mean, we want to get to the free throw line. We want to get paint points. But ultimately, we have to play to our strengths, and I think one of our strengths is our shooting. Shooting is a premium skill in basketball, and we possess a lot of it, I think.
And I guess kind of building off that, again, the CWC's wide open. Last year's conference champion lost all 5 starters. The other top teams have lost some guys as well. How are you guys going to try and be able to fill that void and really become one of the top few teams in this conference that is going to be a fight to the very end?
Kind of like I said earlier, I mean, our goal is, and it sounds so cliche, but just to get better every day. And we don't, we obviously have goals, inside our, gym walls, and we talk about what our goals are. But really, we try to just not look at it at a wide lens and just look at it as a day-by-day approach. And if we can get better today than we were yesterday, that's a victory in itself.
And I guess talk a little bit about your history. What got you into coaching? What got you back to Amherst? I guess what's kind of been your journey so far?
I was a Plainfield Tri-County graduate. We played under Josh Connect. He was my coach on JV for 3 years, and then my senior year he took the varsity job. He really inspired me to want to be a coach. He always viewed me as the coach on the floor per se. Never the best player, but always kind of had an understanding for what we wanted to do, and I was kind of the voice of the team. Was a player coach, or went to practice every day and coached with him. First couple years out of high school, ended up back at Plainfield. Was there for 3 years as the JV coach. The opportunity to work with Spash and Scott Anderson popped up. I was there for that terrific run, and then it really took off then, and that's really when I kind of got that itch and wanted to be a head coach. Came to Amherst. I learned a lot my first 3 years as the head coach here. People probably, as you referenced, remember me from a suit. Probably people remember me from other worse things like my loudmouth tendencies and things like that. But I've grown and learned from those mistakes. And last year, got an opportunity to spend a season with the UWSP men's basketball team. And I always wanted to get into college coaching and kind of check the big box in my mind. I'm really grateful that Coach Semling took a chance on me. Ultimately, I have 2 young boys and a wife at home that I need to be a father. I need to be a husband as well as being a basketball coach. And learning that there's life outside of basketball has been something that's it's been revolutionary for me this last specifically 9 months. And then the job opened back up here, and it just felt right. And went through the application process and was able to accept this position. And I have a much greater appreciation for our guys after being away from them for a year or so. It's a really long-winded answer, but that's probably my last 15, 20 years on this earth. So.
No, that's always great to hear your coaches' stories and just how the chapters are just starting. It's a long way from being over. Coach, I guess last thing I'll ask you is, what do you want to say to the fans who are going to be watching the games this year, whether they can be here or not, to help support these boys and help support this team here in the Falcons' nest?
I hope you see a team that just gets better as the season progresses. I hope you see a group of young men who compete every day and just leave it all out there. And I trust that they will. And I think that we always want to be the best version of ourselves come January and February. And there may be some bumps early in the road, but we can smooth those out. And hope you see a lot of hungry and where you just get excited watching us play, and we play an exciting brand of basketball, and it should be fun.
So again, well, thanks so much for your time, Coach. Of course, that's Coach Phil Jagiel of the Amherst Falcons. Stint number 2 here for the Falcons program, helping lead the team forward. And of course, stay tuned to watch Falcons basketball all season long right here on Zaleski Sports. And this has been your Coach on the Couch. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Well, now you can with Fleet Rewards. It's free to sign up and there's no credit card required. Using Fleet Rewards is easy. Earn points every time you shop. Plus, get exclusive member offers, birthday and anniversary perks, free tire rotations, and more. Download the Fleet Farm app or create an account at fleetfarm.com/rewards to start earning points today. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955.
I don't know, what I saw was Coach in front of the trophy case. All that was missing was the couch part. But I don't know, if it's filled up with hardware, why not show it off? I'm Chris Conley. Halftime here as Amherst leads Wild Rose 35-24, and our second half will be underway in just a moment. We're sponsored tonight by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Online at mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Let's take a look at our first half leading scorers. Tyler Soulsby leads all with 16. He's got 4 threes. Matt Gladowski has 7. 5 for Aiden Janstromski. 3 for Trevor Ehrenberg, and 2 each for Ethan Zilich and Spencer Cohen. Amherst has turned the ball over 8 times. They've hit 5 threes in the first half. 4 of them are from Soulsby, and they're 2 for 4 from the foul line. Wild Rose at one point led 9-2. They got off to the fast start, but it's been all Amherst since then. They're led by Evan Tratz with 10. Austin Erickson has 5. Jaden King 4 points. Logan Erdman has 3, and Jackson Zacharias has 2. Wild Rose has turned the ball over 5 times. They've only hit 2 threes, and they are 2 of 4 from the foul line. Teams are completing their halftime shoot-around. Second half will begin about a minute from now. And Zaleski Sports high school basketball coverage is brought to you by Roberts Physical Therapy. Running can be hard on your body. Training for marathons, competitive runs, or just for daily exercise. Turn to Roberts Physical Therapy to get moving, keep moving, and enjoy life on the run. Roberts Physical Therapy. They have locations in Plainfield, Amherst, and Wisconsin Rapids. Please patronize all of our high school sports sponsors. They make these broadcasts possible. Blenker Constructions has let them bring your dream home to life. Interior and exterior design, construction, customization, and seeing that the job is done right. Blenker Construction with you every step of the way. Online at blenkerco.com. That's BLENKER co.com. Chris Conley here. It was raining on my trip down from the Wausau area. We make no promises about what the ride home is going to be like. For much of Wisconsin, temperatures will fall from the 40s today into the 20s. Some areas are going to see this rain change over to snow. Ethan Zilich, Matt Gladowski, Spencer Cohen, Aiden Jamstrowski, and Tyler Soulsby, the 5, on the floor for Amherst as they start. Wild Rose will possess first to get the second half underway. Wildcats with an 11-point hole to dig out of, and the second half is underway. Tratz, offensive foul. Called for extending that elbow.
Foul shot number 23, Austin Erickson, his second, team first.
Austin Erickson. And on their first possession of the second half, Amherst can stretch this out to their biggest lead of the evening. Foul line extended to the 2-3 zone to the corner. Entry pass now to Zilich. Fading backwards, missing at the rim, Jamstrowski. Had the lead at 11 twice. They've had possessions with chances to get it to 13, and they've missed both of those shots. One late in the first half, and that one here in the second. But at least for right now, Amherst is in control of this thing. Pass down low. King got his man up in the air and scores. Jaden King, who now has 6. You would think, because King is just big, he's taller and he's more broad-shouldered than a lot of the other Wild Rose kids, you'd think he'd be more prominent in their offense. He's had limited touches. Plays the center of that 2-3 zone, so he's anchoring. Baseline long two, good. Ethan Zilich. So both teams hit from the floor, 37-26. There's King down low, and he misses at the rim. Loose ball out of bounds. Think that's going to be Amherst ball? No. Stay with Wild Rose on the baseline. King had good position, no finish that time underneath. Need those points. King in traffic, off his hands, turned over. Flung ahead to Soulsby, who scores. Wild Rose has 2 turnovers in the first 2.5 minutes of this second half. Hard to come back when you're not being careful with the basketball. Pass down low, caught underneath and missing. That was a tough shot for Brett Wilbert. He was underneath the cylinder. No look, pretty score. Aiden Jamstrowski. So this half starts off on a 6-2 Falcons run. It's 41-26. Would Wild Rose take a timeout if they fall further behind? There's another turnover. 3 ball, side, good. Tyler Soulsby. And there is the timeout, as Amherst is steadily building their lead in the early stages of the second half. 15.5 to play. It's now 44-26. Back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to Grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at Grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
During the timeout break, we were told that $225 was made from Make-A-Wish in Wisconsin during the halftime Dash for Cash. That's donations from the crowd that's gathered here at Amherst. So great job, Amherst and Wild Rose fans who contributed to the cause. 9-2 run for the Falcons to open up the half. I'm Chris Conley. And for the first time, Amherst shows some full court pressure. Wild Rose solves it. So Amherst ratchets up the defense like they sense there's blood in the water. 3 ball, and they need it, and it's short. A miss from Brett Wilbert, one and done. Amherst has been good on the defensive boards. Very few second chance looks for Wild Rose tonight. Double team along the baseline, back out. Soulsby makes the extra pass, a little bit high, loose, turned over. Maybe an extra step, not called. Trans misses at the rim. 2-on-1 the other way, basket and a foul. Jastromski scores, gives him 9, and he'll get to the free throw line for a chance to make it 10. Brett Wilbert has picked up his first foul. Basketball is brought to you by WIAA Foundry. Working at WIAA Foundry is more than a job, it's a career. Join us and make the iron castings that the world uses and trusts. Cast your own future. Jobs at WIAAFoundry.com. Free throws a miss, out of bounds to Wild Rose. Full court pressure again. In what's now a 20-point game, that's a travel. And even though there's not a defender who was on Zacharias, just not being able to set up because of that full court pressure, that's what caused that turnover. Open for the 3 and not taking it off the inbounds pass. Foul line extended, splitting defenders. It's just a tougher place to handle the ball and almost turned over. Sometimes the best look that you have is that open three on the outside. Driving in, reverse, no finish for Jamstrowski. Since getting off to the good start, just Wild Rose has fallen further and further behind in tonight's game. Almost turned over on the baseline. To King, contested scores. Jaden King now has 8. 14 minutes to go. 3 ball, good. Biggest lead of the night, 21. Soulsby scores again. He's got 8 in the second half and 24 for the night. So Soulsby's cooking on a big one. No look, blocked, and that looked clean. Maybe Jamstrowski may have gotten him down low. That looked clean up top. It's his second. 1, 2, 3, 4 new players are coming in for Amherst after the free throws that are coming up here for Austin Erickson. First is good, one more coming. Brett Favor of Keller Williams Stevens Point grew up here in Amherst. If you're buying or selling when it comes to real estate, call the local resident, Brett Favor of Keller Williams, 715-572-1174. 715-572-1174. Both the free throws are good. 13 and a half to go, and a 19-point lead for Amherst with some new faces on the floor. Ehrenberg Soulsby still out there. Jared Alforth is now in. Jake Drzezinski is in too. So they'll try out their depth with a big lead. Off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, fouled on the putback. Jake Drzezinski is going to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2.
24, Brett Wilbur, that's his second. Team third.
Ethan Tratz is called for the foul. Chance for Jake to get his first points of the season. Kind of a tight rim, it looked like to me. Second one rolls around. King gets the rebound. We're sponsored by the International Bank of Amherst. Local banking at its best since 1893. Turn to the International Bank of Amherst, right on Main Street in Amherst. A lot of time left in this one, but Wild Rose, it gets interesting if it gets down to single digits. The lead stays at 17 right now. 3 ball from the far side, good. Jared Alforth with his first points of the season. Back to a 20-point lead. It's been as big as 21. Long 2, round and out, and 1 and done. Soulsby with the rebound. Open for a 3, off the backboard, and a lot of English for Wyatt Blaskowski. Cross court, open for a 2, miss. It's an open shot, got to hit it. A rare offensive rebound, put back and good for Jaden King. King now is tied for high man with Wild Rose. He and Ethan Tratz each have 10. 12 minutes to go in the game. And as long as Wild Rose stays in the zone, now they're extending it out a little bit to pressure the ball, but I'd be patient and wait for my shots. Or just knock down the 3. Alforth has back-to-back threes. 55-34. Almost turned over. Tratz secures it. Over the top to King, that's too tall. 5 turnovers in the second half, 10 in the game. Another 3 ball. filling it up from the outside. Well, weak side rebound and up and in. Ehrenberg. 57-34. Three ball, didn't have his feet set. Rebound to Alforth. Pushing, 3-on-2 strip from behind, whistle. Reach in. Soulsby lost control of the ball, but that's because he was bumped from behind.
Number 23, Austin Erickson, his third.
Austin Erickson is the first player to 3 fouls. Matt Gladowski comes in. Amherst rebounds under their own basket. To the corner, quick off the dribble, may have shuffled the feet, missed, offensive rebound up and in. Jake Drzezinski. Amherst has been the better team on the boards. That's one of the factors tonight. Been more productive outside, deeper. So a couple of things working in the Falcons' advantage here. Another turnover to the rim, blocked, foul. Austin Erickson has just picked up his 4th. He's going to come out now.
Fouls on number 23, Austin Erickson. That's his 4th, team 5th.
Erickson will come out. Logan Erdman will come in. Gladowski, who has 7 points, misses his first at the foul line. We're sponsored by Crystal Finishing Systems, a family-owned business now hiring at their Weston and Mosinee locations. They have openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, customer service, and much more. Join the Crystal Finishing team. Learn more at crystalfinishing.com. 2 misses, but have a loose ball foul. Jake Derazinski was fighting for the loose ball. It's only the second team foul on Amherst. We'll go under 10 minutes to play in the game on this possession. In what has now grown to a 25-point lead. Turned over again. And got a reach in. That is the last foul to give for Wild Rose. So Amherst may be spending some time at the foul line between now and our final horn. Ethan Tratz. My scorecard has him for 3, but the scoreboard's got him for 2. So let's go with what the official scorers say. A 6th team foul. So far, it seems very much like a mission accomplished opening night for Amherst. Overcame a slow start, shot well from the outside, taking care of their business. Looks like their confidence has grown after they got things back on track. And spoke a little too soon. That's turnover. Back the other way, missing at the rim. Ball's loose. Amherst has it back. Three ball, rims around. Offensive rebound, got a loose ball foul. 1-and-1 coming up.
Fouls on number 24, Brett Wilbert. That's his 3rd, team foul for 7.
Wilbert's just been called for his 3rd. And Matt Gladowski, who's 0 for 3 from the foul line, will have a chance to get that right. Front end of a 1-and-1 coming up here for the senior. Missed it. Offensive rebound. The rebounding advantage has gotten bigger and bigger as the game's gone on. And there's another 3. Trevor Ehrenberg hit that one. 62-34, turned over. And Wild Rose actually has been struggling more as the game's gone on. Missing at the rim, put back, no good. Alforth tried to secure that and then lost the handle in the corner. 3-on-2 if Wild Rose hurries. Foul at the rim. Jackson Zacharias will be shooting 2. Jake Derazinski picks up his second, team's third. Zacharias has only 2 points tonight. Stays on 2. Community Insurance is your independent agency. They're able to shop and compare the best insurance options on your behalf. They'll find the best combination of coverage and cost. If you're looking for a better insurance experience, you'll love doing business with Community Insurance. Purple Mountain Solutions sponsors today's game, your business's go-to for public and private warehousing and product delivery. Whatever it is you're shipping, you know you can depend on Purple Mountain Solutions. Get it there safely and efficiently. Zacharias misses both the free throws. Double teamed along the baseline, dribbles out of it. Open for a three, straight on. Good! Tyler Soulsby, who has 3 more threes in the second half. This was a 20-point game a while ago. It's a 31-point lead now for the Falcons. Under 8 to go in the game. Wild Rose has only 10 points in the second half. That's forced and a contested miss for Tratz. Rebound. Nice pass there. Basket and a foul. Wyatt Blaskowski, first points of the evening. Brett Wilbert is now the second Wildcat to get to 4 fouls. Stone Innovations sponsors today's game. Get your next countertop, island, or backsplash from Stone Innovations, the go-to for fabrication, design, and installation of a great variety of stone products. Let Stone Innovations bring your home or business look to the next level at stoneinnovations.net. Stoneinnovations.net. Miss, out of bounds. The only thing that's not been so good is the free throw shooting. Wow, is that right? Amherst has not made a free throw in the second half, 0 for 8 from the foul line. So in a closer game, you'd like to get that cleaned up. Don't think it's going to matter much tonight. Travel. Nope, calling a foul. Ethan Zilich is called for the foul. It is the team's 4th. So Wild Rose, after blowing out Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, a smaller school, is going to suffer their first loss tonight. That's King missing at the rim. Jemstrowski with the rebound to the rim. Fouled. More free throws coming. See if the Falcons can get this free throw thing straightened out. Logan Erdman picks up his first foul. 1-1. See if Aiden can get this. Ash was in the act of shooting. Wow. 9 free throw misses in a row. Daddy O's On Point is a family-run, veteran-owned vehicle care facility providing old-fashioned auto care the way it used to be and the way it should be. Bring your car to Daddy O's, conveniently located Church Street, Stevens Point. There's the free throw. And look at that. Right now, Wild Rose is doubled up. Down by 34 and only 34 on the scoreboard. And more off the turnover. Spencer Cohen. Yeah, the route's on now. Long 2. Missed everything. Down at the other end, all alone. Laid up and in by Soulsby. Wild Rose calls timeout. 72-34. This one just got away. We'll be back in a moment on Zaleski Sports.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
This was an 11-point game at halftime. 72-34 now with 6:23 to go. I'm Chris Conley. Falcons are going to be winners on opening night. We're sponsored by Whitetail Properties. For the best in recreational or hunting properties in Wisconsin, call Brian Resch with Whitetail. Share your goals, and Brian can tell you where and how to make it a reality. Call 715-213-4468. It's Whitetail Properties, 715-213-4468. 3-ball, good. Ethan Trotz, who was high man for Wild Rose with 10. That's his first points of the second half. 13 now. Under 6. Now, blowout second half for the Falcons. Falcons have gotten steadily better on the boards as the game has gone along. That's an air ball miss. Put back at a foul. Wyatt Blatkowski will go to the line.
Fouls on number 23, Austin Erickson. That is his
Austin Erickson has just fouled out of the game with his 5th.
That's number 24, Brett Wilbert.
Leaves with 9 points. First is good. Yeah, the team is just 2 for 11 from the foul line in the second half. Again, that's not anything you have to dwell on here because they played so well in every other aspect of the game. Hustle play at the boards for Cohen, and Aiden Jamstrowski scores. New players coming in. These are some of the kids that we saw during the JV game earlier. Bo Dietrich comes in. Parker Soulsby, that's Soulsby the younger, a sophomore, is now in. His older brother has 7 threes. Knocked away over the back.
Number 14,
Parker Soulsby, his first, team's 5th. Three ball, baseline, good. Brett Wilbert. Still a 35-point lead. Through traffic, miss at the rim for Drzezinski. Wild Rose comes away with the rebound. Three off the front rim. Offensive rebound. There have not been nearly enough of them for the Wildcats tonight. Zacharias fished it out of there to King down low, who's bumped as he received the ball. This foul is going to be on Bo Dietrich. So 2 of the new players who have just come in promptly commit fouls. That's the last that the Amherst Falcons have to give. Baseline, miss. Parker Soulsby gets the rebound. 4.5 to go. Amherst comfortable to run offense with a big lead. 3 ball. No good. And off the top of the backboard. Alternating possession. Well, that's an unusual spot, isn't it? Sure is. Give us time to tell you about Heartland Farms. Nobody knows potatoes in Wisconsin like Heartland Farms. With roots in Amherst, now in Hancock. This fifth-generation potato and vegetable farm produces many varieties of chipping potatoes. Currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. The best in the potato business, Heartland.farm. That's Heartland.farm. Turnover and a reach in. Free throws coming up. Jackson Zacharias has just committed his third foul. Double bonus, so we'll be shooting 2 at the other end.
Ehrenberg will be at the line to shoot a pair.
Trevor Ehrenberg to the line. He's got 8 points. He's got 2 free throws coming. We thank our game day sponsors, Tomorrow River BP, 3K Custom, JG Plumbing, HO Welding, Amherst Telephone, Amherst Spiritware, Fleming's Cafe, OK Hardware, Amherst Family Foods, and Junger's Holly Funeral. Ball's loose, out of bounds.
And for the Falcons, number 5, Jared Alford.
Scoring in the second half has been 40-16. Ball's going over to Wild Rose with 3:50 left on our game clock. Spend some time down on the court. It'll be all smiles today. See if we can get Tyler Soulsby to come over. He's had a big night tonight. Going to stay with Wild Rose here. $29 for Tyler tonight. Sounds like he'll make it to the highlight house, you think? I think so. Pass down low, turned over. You know, Amherst looks like they're going to compete. Spinning and scoring, Bo Diederich. Amherst has a game down at Fiserv Forum later. I think they're playing WIAA Fremont. So the high schoolers play in the afternoon, and then you buy tickets and stay for the Bucks game that night. Another turnover. Pass ahead, scoring. Alford scores. I did a high school basketball game at the old Bradley Center. Same deal. You play in the afternoon, then you stay and watch the Bucks play at night. That was a D.C. Everest Rhinelander boys basketball game. Had a great time. I got to set up at the radio spot where the Bucks play-by-play guy, Ted Davis, would call the games. So at halftime, they're like setting up Ted Davis's stuff around me, getting ready for the game at night. I left my business card at Ted Davis's spot, and I wrote on the back, "Who the heck's Ted Davis?" And he called me and tweeted back at me. We've been Twitter friends ever since. Semi-retired announcer for the Bucks, and a great one to call a basketball game on the radio. I hope the Amherst kids have a great time when they go down to Fiserv Forum. That's a fun experience. Foul here is on Wyatt Bowen, one of the Wild Rose freshmen. 2 free throws for Alford. Good.
In for Wildcats, number 20.
80-40. Not a particularly long bus ride home for Wild Rose, but it'll be a quiet one as they trail now by 41. And 2 minutes left to play. That's blocked. Ooh, that looked clean. Bo Dietrich's going to get called for the foul. and 2 free throws are coming up.
Fouls on number 14, Parker Silky. That's his second. Team foul number 7.
The freshman Wyatt Bowen will go to the line to shoot free throws. If only all the bounces could be that friendly. On the sideline, goes back to Amherst. We'll go under a minute left to play on this possession. Amherst by 40 as we approach the final buzzer. Extra pass leads to a turnover. 45 seconds to go. Step in after getting his man up in the air, a miss for Parker Soulsby. Rebound is good. Miss at the rim, out of bounds. Think this is going to Amherst. Nope, stay with Wild Rose. Half a minute left in this one. Three ball, no good. 10 seconds left, and Amherst will collect an opening night victory. To the rim, missing, following, and scoring is Parker Soulsby. His older brother leads all scorers with 29, and there's the final horn, and the final score is 85-41. This was an 11-point game, as we mentioned earlier at halftime. And in the opening moments, Wild Rose had an early 9-2 lead. No panic for Amherst, and they come up big winners on opening night. Post-game interviews are coming up, brought to you by Nasonville Dairy. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your curds at Nasonville Dairy. Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. I'm Chris Conley, and that wraps up our play-by-play coverage from Amherst High School. It's the final score, Falcons 85, Wild Rose 41. Stay tuned for post-game coverage after this message from Nasonville Dairy on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come in from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Post-game coverage on Zaleski Sports as Amherst opens their boys basketball season with an 85-41 win. Coach, and it was off to a slow start too.
Yeah, we talked about wanting to win the first 4 minutes. We didn't necessarily do that, but we've been there before. Our scrimmage against Edgar, we came out slow. We've had some slow starts to practice here and there. So it's not a situation we love to be in, but it's a situation that we've overcome before.
Actually, Eddie, it's something now that's in the memory bank because there'll be games like that later on in the season. Not a bad thing. The team grew in confidence as the night went on.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of belief in 1 through 12. Starts with 2 over here. He starts making shots for us, and then all of a sudden, it's just like you just see the confidence and you see the energy on the bench and guys getting excited. And, I'm so proud of how our guys are just excited for it. Doesn't matter who it is on our team, that when they score, it's not their basket, it's our basket, and that's something really cool to see us do.
In a blowout win, there were a couple of little subtle things that I thought were very positive too. Wild Rose got very few second looks. You did a great job on the defensive boards. You won a lot of the hustle plays to loose balls tonight too, and those are all good things that serve you well in closer games down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the goals we had for the first half was to be +4 in offensive rebounds. We ended up being +4. We wanted to be like that +5 and not wash it, but proud of our guys getting on the floor. We had some guys who I thought maybe one charge that could have been called. It was a no call. But we encourage that stuff in practice, and it's just something that just happens for us. That's my little guy.
Coach, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the season. Let's spend a moment with Ty. I have you for 29 points, 7 threes. Looked like your confidence was growing as you went through the night.
Yeah, I started slow. I was just getting out there, getting used to it again, and then my teammates got me the ball, got me open. It just felt good to be back with them.
And you had that early stretch. You hit the 3 threes in a row. Is there a point there where you just want the ball, set me up, because you ride the hot hand when you have it?
Yeah, I really like Wyatt and Jake in, and when they get it in there, I tell them, if I'm open, pass that back really quick, because they shift and I shoot it, and just fun to be with them.
Obviously, this is a really positive start for the season. When the guys get together after practice or spend some time in the locker room after a game like that, what are the team goals? What do you guys want to accomplish this year?
We just want to take one game at a time, get the next one, just play hard, and hopefully we get the win.
29 on opening night is a great start. Congratulations. Enjoy the win tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we're wrapping up our coverage from Amherst High School. Amherst beats Wild Rose tonight 85-41. I'm Chris Conley. This is high school basketball on Zaleski Sports. Good night, everybody. Thanks a lot.